Hello there, I'm the biblical translator, as you know, and I won't be translating from the Bible. But I took an action this morning that made me think of a passage in the Bible. I was walking to work because my car has, there's a warning on my car, so it won't drive. The auto start stop has been disabled, so it won't start. So I'm walking to work, but to the bus stop, so that I can half walk, half take the bus. And I'd worked out, it was when I got to the first bus stop, it said I had 8 minutes left. And because I wasn't wearing a watch, I didn't know how long 8 minutes was. But I knew I had enough. I knew 8 minutes was enough for me to walk to two further bus stops. So I did that. When I reached to the second bus stop, it said 3 minutes. And I said, can I make it to the next bus stop in 3 minutes? And I said, yes, I can. So I started walking, and as I was walking faster and faster. And then I looked back to see if the bus was coming. And as I looked back, I thought about Lot's wife, who turned back and turned into a pillar of salt. Now, why did I make that connection? Because in my head, I knew that the next bus stop was less than 3 minutes away. And yet I didn't trust my instinct. I didn't trust my intuition. I didn't have the faith to believe that next stop was less than 3 minutes, even though I had walked about 2 bus stops in less than 3 minutes. So when I thought about that story, I thought about them saying it being about disobedience, and how do we apply that to our lives now? Lot's wife was given, the family were given explicit instructions not to look back. Now, we're not going to get explicit instructions in these days unless you're really, blessed. So you're not going to get explicit instructions. What you are going to get is that little silent voice in your ear. You're going to have intuition. You're going to have discernment. That is your instruction. That is what you need to obey and trust. So, what have I got here? So this is about, and they've also said that it's about not willing to make change, fear of change, fear of moving backwards, always going on about the past and what happened in the past. That is Sodom, that is burning. Holding on to things and having regrets and allowing the past to govern you and attaching yourself to the past. That is the symbolism, I believe, for this scripture. And so there's many of us that fall into that category. They might be high and mighty and say, oh, it's because she was disobedient. She turned around when God told her not to. It's not as simple as that. You can extract from that scripture what you may, like I extracted from it. Myrna, it's not about disobedience, or it could be. I could be disobeying my intuition. I could be disobeying my spirit of discernment. I could not have faith in myself. In other words, I'm disobeying myself. So when we make a decision to move forward, you get a new opportunity. And God saved Lot's family to give them an opportunity to get away from what he was going to destroy or what could have destroyed them. And he gave them an opportunity to move forward. Now, the same way I had an opportunity to walk to the next bus stop. It's a simple analogy, but it's still very profound. And I had a decision to walk to the next bus stop. I should have just walked to the next bus stop, trusted my judgment that it was less than 3 minutes, and sat and waited. When I walked to the next bus stop, it had a little machine on the bus stop, which I quite like, told me, oh, I've got 2 minutes. So it must have taken me 1 minute to walk from one bus stop to the other bus stop. So I said, oh, I can go to the next bus stop. So I started walking to the next bus stop. Then I started running. And then even though I knew I'd walked about 5 bus stops in less than 5 minutes, and the bus stop was just around the corner, 2 minutes away, I still was looking back. And this is what we shouldn't do. We shouldn't look back. We shouldn't hold on to the past. We shouldn't harp on about the past. The future is there before you. You have been given new opportunities. You have been given a new day to start over, to think afresh, to revive new energy, to be everything you were ordained to be. Instead of being entrapped and pulled into the past, which is a downward spiral and can take away everything. It turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt. She had no use anymore. Likewise, when you harp on to the past and you're attached to the past, you will never progress in your future. So, why did she turn back? Was it curiosity? Did she know people there? Had she left her belongings? Is it because she heard screaming? Is it because, she just was compelled? Most of it is curiosity or nosiness, why people keep looking back, looking for what they cannot change. If she hadn't looked back, what difference did it make by her looking back and not following that explicit instruction? Did it change anything? Didn't change anything for the people who were destroyed in Sodom, but it changed everything for her. Lot lost his wife. The children lost their mother. Valueless. That's what you become. Grains of sand. From the earth you came, from the earth you shall return. So cinders, practically. So I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. I've got a phrase here. A lion never looks back when small dogs bark. That's because he's got nothing to fear. He's got nothing to gain. There's nothing behind him. Everything behind him are small dogs. They cannot hurt you because they are gone. They're in the past. You are now a leader. You were born to lead. Many of us were born to lead, and we allow others to lead us. We allow others to test our judgment, to tell us who we are when they don't know who we are. Most of them don't even know themselves. But they're there pointing fingers and making judgments about other people. So today, let's have a new beginning. Let's see life as a new opportunity. As long as you've woken up and you've touched base with this video and you've got to this point, let's just move forward. Whatever's in the past, you can learn from it, but you don't have to keep dragging it up and turning back and bringing it up and regurgitating the same thing over and over again. Leave it there. Let it be destroyed in the fire where it belongs. For you, you've been given the privilege and the blessing of a new day. And I think I am going to leave it there. So have a wonderful day, peeps. I'm now ready for work. Ready, steady, go. And yeah, that's all for now. Bye-bye.